Fragrance spray off, it's time to ramble. What's up guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Francesco and today, since some of you in the comments asked me to make a video about fragrance spray off, I'm here, you ask, I deliver. So guys, for the ones that don't know what the fragrance spray off is, so basically I selected 8 fragrances in 4 different pairs or couples. They are going to compete against each other 2 by 2. I'm going to spray them in colliding directions, and then in the air I will try to smell and see which one I can pick up more easily. The winner will proceed to the next stage. We continue until there's going to be only one winner. So for this first edition of this fragrance spray off, I chose fragrances that belong to the same kind of profile. So since we are in winter, they are all wintry fragrances, all sweet. Some are vanilla based, others are more ambery. I will show you, I'm already going to show you the couples, so who is going to go against who. So the first one will be Givenchy Gentleman Society Ambré versus His Confession by Lattafa. Then we have a clash of titans, because we have Le Male Elixir by Jean Paul Gaultier and Xandal by Aromatics. So in this video, as you can see, there are Middle Eastern fragrances and designers, just to start with. Then in the future, we will talk about it. Then we have Vulcan Sable going against Liquid Brand. And finally, Most Wanted Parfum against Rifa Cat by Paris Corner. So guys, since these are the ones that I already have in my hands, let's go ahead. Of course, I will see if I need to tone a bit the sprays, because some atomizers are a bit stronger than others. I will see. Let me just make sure that the atomizers are straight so that I don't spray my eyes or at the camera, because I still need both. And so here we go. I will just take a little bit of distance. Surprisingly enough, between Most Wanted Parfum and Rifa Cat is an easy win for Rifa Cat. Yes guys, this bad boy, I already sprayed it and I already used it in the past, so maybe I had some time to mature and to macerate, and definitely got stronger, because I didn't remember it to be like so prominent. But yes, definitely Rifa Cat for the win, eliminating then Most Wanted Parfum, which in any case, I mean, it's not supposed to be a joke in terms of performance. So now we go Vulcan Sable versus Liquid Brand. Let me just clear a bit the air so that we are not polluted. Okay, so let's go. Both are very strong, so I'm very curious to see what is going to happen. So yeah, I'm going to say Vulcan Sable. Yeah, despite being kind of beast mode Liquid Brand, I'm not super surprised, because Vulcan Sable had like a very surprising performance. And so Vulcan Sable will proceed to the next stage. Interesting. Yeah, definitely Vulcan Sable. Wow. Yeah, absolutely still in the air, is still very prominent. Now, boom. Let's go Le Male Elixir versus Xandal by Aromatics. These two are 2 bombs. So let's see what is going to happen. Here we go. Yeah, Xandal by Aromatics, absolutely. Yeah, is the first one that came to my nose, and is the one that I can pick up stronger and for the longer time. Afterwards, I also could pick up a little bit of Le Male Elixir, because in any case, I mean, it's beast mode, but Xandal Yeah, Xandal absolutely is the winner, so he will proceed. Let me just clear a little bit the losing ones and the winning ones. And then we have the last, since we started basically from the quarterfinals, the last quarterfinal, which is His Confession by Latafa versus Givenchy Gentleman Gentleman Ambray. These names, I mean, sometimes they get a bit confusing or repetitive. So here we go, these two, let's see. In this case, surprisingly enough, is His Confession by Latafa. It's surprising, but not too much, because Givenchy Ambray is quite dark, is not super loud, whereas the opening of His Confession with the iris note and everything is quite prominent. So yes, guys, we have the two semifinals. In this case, it's going to be Rifa Kat versus Vulcan Sable, and then Xandal versus His Confession. Let's go. Now we are starting to play in a very harsh way. So Rifa Kat and Vulcan Sable, let's go. And it's again Vulcan Sable. Yeah, Vulcan Sable again for the win. Amazing, guys. This fragrance was, I mean, first time I sprayed it on and I wore it, I mean, it lasted for 20 hours with a very strong projection. So I'm not surprised at all that it's going to go into the final. So we have the first finalist, and it's Vulcan Sable by French Avenue. In the other semi-final, we still have Xandal versus His Confession. Let's see, guys. Let's see. Okay. And again, it's Xandal, absolutely. In the most clear way possible. Absolutely Xandal. So, I am so far quite surprised about Le Mal Elixir being disqualified or being beaten, but I'm not surprised at all about Vulcan Sable and Xandal making it to the final, because these two fragrances are two nuclear bombs. So we have finally the very final face-off or spray-off between Vulcan Sable and Xandal. Yes, this is Aromatics by still French Avenue, so it's a kind of a derby. Two fragrances from the same brand. And let's go for the final spray-off. Ooh. Okay, this is close. This is close, but I have to say, the very first one that I managed to pick up was Xandal, but the one that, I mean, after 2 seconds, I started smelling Vulcan Sable, and then I can only smell Vulcan Sable. So I would say that it's fair to crown Vulcan Sable by French Avenue as the winner of this first edition of the spray-offs on my channel. Vulcan Sable, guys, this is a great scent, great fragrance, creamy, boozy, sweet, perfect for winter, and the performance is crazy. The performance is crazy, not only because it won this battle, but when I wore it in a full wearing, got me compliments first of all, and it lasted forever. It projected loudly for a very long time. Not so surprised that this one won. So guys, here you have it, the winner of this first edition of the spray-offs. Let me know in the comment if you enjoyed this kind of format, and what kind of fragrances would you like to see in the next editions of the spray-offs. We can, of course, we started like this. We can go with the freshies, we can go niche, we can go beast mode. I could pick up 8 fragrances that are like the strongest in my collection, and that would be like a very, very, I don't know, like a tight kind of competition, very interesting also. Let me know in the comment what you would prefer to watch next. In the meantime, with the gold medal of Vulcan Sable, I greet you and I will see you in the next one. Ciao ciao.